Mariam Glasway. She will present a paper dealing with user variance-based shaping algorithm in working a wireless systems. So you have 20 minutes time altogether, and it's 17 for the presentation, and 3 minutes for answering questions. Please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Basli. I'm a student at National School of Engineering in Tunisia. In this presentation, I will talk about my paper entitled User Variance-Based Scheduling Algorithm in a wireless systems. Here is the plan that I will follow. I will begin with a brief introduction. Then I will present the system model in this paper. In the third part, I will speak with some related work, then my proposed scheduling and algorithm, and finally, not finally, but the five parts, I will speak with preference, configuration, and simulation results, and finally, I will conclude by some remarks. In wireless systems, when a limited amount of bandwidth is to be shared among several users simultaneously, often we are faced to a fairness problem. So the importance of the resource allocation scheme is scheduling algorithm. In an DMA system, the scheduling problem deals with the interval time that will be assigned to user in order to access the spectrum. The resource allocation program refers to the manner to check the bandwidth among users at the physical level. Here is the system model that I have used in this paper. We have a base station that will serve K users, and the band frequency is divided into n sub-channels. In this part, I will talk about some reference scheduling scheme, and I will adopt a simple scenario with 3 sub-channels that will be shared by 3 users. The histogram in color blue is the first sub-channel, and the value in the left is the quality, the transmission quality of each sub-channel and per users. For example, the first sub-channel have a 60 quality, transmission quality for the first users, for the second one 30, and for the third user only 20. The opportunity scheduling scheme allocate each sub-channel to user owning the best channel state information. With this manner, we can meet a good spectral efficiency, but this scheme fails in terms of fairness among users. Then we have the proportional fair schedule. This scheme is the main idea of this scheme is to schedule the users according to the equation 1, where the first time is the asynchronous data rate, and the second one is the average throughput per users. And this scheme achieves both spectral efficiency and fairness among users. But we have not the better solution for the spectral efficiency. Then the variance metric, the variance scheduling algorithm. The main idea of the variance is we will allocate the resource allocation according to the descending order of their variance metric related to the set of subchannels in the system. Here we have calculated to highlight the use of variance versus opportunity. We have calculated the variance metric for 3 users in this scenario. Donc, according to the opportunity scheme, the users with high value of signal-to-noise ratio will access to the medium in the first time. Then, according to this scenario, user 2 will access to the medium in the first time and will use the best subchannel with the value of 100 transmission quality. Then we can find the user 1 in the next time with the first subchannel with the value of 60, and finally user 3 will benefit in the second subchannel with value of 40. The system will receive in this manner 200, but if we apply the variance metric, the first one will access to the medium is user 3 and will use his best subchannel. the subchannel 3 with the value of 90. In the second time, we can find the user 2 that will be used the subchannel 2 with the value of 80, and finally the user 1 will use his best subchannel, is the first one with 60. With this manner, the system will receive 230. We have going in the system capacity, and we can remark that the gap between the transmission quality of each user is reduced with this manner. The variance expresses the channel dispersion quality per pair of subchannel seats and users. This approach allows users to access the channel taking into account not only its own transmission quality, but also the transmission quality of the next users. In the user variance-based scheduling algorithm, we assume that the number of active users is significantly lower than the number of subchannels in the system. Then we apply the main idea of the variance algorithm. Firstly, we serve the set of subcarriers relating to each user. We extract a subset of the best available subchannel at one transmission time, and finally, only the subset of subcarriers contributes to user selection step. The variance calculator will include only the subset of subchannel. While the cardinality of this subset remains undefined, simulation results show that the spectral efficiency is connected to the number of subchannels involved in the selection procedure. There are mainly two performance metrics that are often used to analyze and compare the performance of different resource allocation schemes, since the two metrics define the service provider and customer satisfaction index respectively, donc the spectral efficiency and fairness index. Here we have plotted the system spectral efficiency versus average SNF. And the system used for this simulation is an OFDM system with 10 MHz of bandwidth. We consider the downlink of a single cell that uses 128 sub-channels for data communication and serves 20 users. We assume that the equal power is allocated to subcarriers. The instantaneous signal-to-noise ratio of each subcarrier is modeled by an IID exponential distribution. Here we study the impact of the number of subchannels that are involved in the selection procedure. Then we can note that if the number of subchannels included in this procedure increase, the spectral efficiency increase to a given value, and from which the spectral efficiency decrease as the number of subchannels increase. But we noted that the spectral efficiency, we have not the best results when we include all the subchannels in the system and in the variance procedure. Donc, in this graph, we depict the spectral efficiency versus different scheduling reference like proportional phase schedule, the max signal-to-noise ratio or opportunist, user variance, and variance. We can note in this figure that user variance and variance remains too close for the spectral efficiency and presents a better spectrum management than the other. The proportional failed algorithm and the max SNF. Then in the proposed user variance, here we have included only 20 subchannels. However, for the variance one, the variance metric is calculated for 512. We can conclude that the reduction in the number of subchannels in the selection procedure improves the spectral efficiency and reduces with a significant manner the complexity of the algorithm. Here is the James fairness index. Donc, RI is the instantaneous data rate for the ETM user. Then the system would be fairest when the throughput of the users would be equal and when the James index is close to 1. We find that for the user variance and variance scheduler scheme, the fairness index is about 0.99, which is quasi-optimal. In this paper, we have studied the variance scheduling algorithm in an off-day MA system. The variance is a metric widely used today in the domain. In this context, if you allow users access to the medium according to the variance of transmission rate, we can enhance the spectral efficiency under fairness constraints. The spectral efficiency can be more improved by reducing the cardinality of the set of subchannels involved in the variance procedure and without loss of fairness criteria. And we can conclude that it is useless to calculate the variance metric for all the set of subchannels in the system. Thank you for your attention.
Maybe it's all for questions. You mentioned it makes no sense to include all sub-channels because performance is then not as good as expected. What is the reason for this?
I have a beginning from one paper where we have made the variance for all the sub-channels. The complexity is very high because it is related in the number of sub-channels in the system. For example, if we have n sub-channels, the complexity is related to n power 2. So if we reduce this cardinality of the set of sub-channels included in this procedure, we can reduce the complexity at the first time. But we have discovered that we can improve the spectral efficiency. Then in the simulation, I have not proved this, but in the simulation, I have remarked that if we have 10 users, it is we can include only the 10 best sub-channels. It is largely sufficient, and we can improve the spectral efficiency while reduce the complexity of the calculation of variance index. Thank you.
Any other questions? Cool. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Speak of paper number 22. Present one? 22? Okay. The title of the next paper is Study of the Capacity of ONOC based on final systems.
No, she is not 22.
What 22? 25. So means speaking of 22 is 22.
Yes.
Okay. Then we continue this paper 35. This paper is entitled Theoretical Characterization of normal model effects on the capacity of minor OTM systems. This paper is presented by Ms. Maha Sheridan.